Before we get started, I want to invite you to something I'm really excited about. We have our next Rehab Chiro Mastermind Live event coming up this September in New Jersey. If you're a regular listener and you've been enjoying what we teach on this podcast, this is an opportunity you won't want to miss. You can find the registration link and all the details in the show notes. Now, let's get to today's episode. In this episode, we talk about why everyone wants to work and why the real problem with your business is not that no one wants to work, it's that you have a fear of being exposed. Yes, if you're a chiro or PT out there, in this episode, we talk about how to lead a team forward and more importantly, why you haven't made that decision yet. So I'm sick and tired in 2026 of reading the Facebook forums that says nobody wants to work. I'm on all of these chiropractic Facebook forums in New Jersey and the state and the whole thing, and I can't tell you how many times that chiropractors complain they can't find associates, they can't find staff, they can't find teams to help them marketing. Everyone is bad and no one wants to work. And I can tell you, it is not true. You see, the real problem that chiropractors have is not that they can't find anyone good, it's that deep down there's a deeper fear. And that fear is being exposed. And so if you're currently a solo practitioner or you're yet to hire any staff, or you might just have an admin and you're not really growing the business that you want, don't have the freedom you want, not make the money you want, the truth is because you don't have the people. I did a call 2 weeks ago with a group of students, and one of the students on the call was awesome, really motivated guy, asked amazing questions. And he had a full head of hair, which will be relevant in a second, because he said to me, he's like, how am I going to grow my business and grow it? Because I'm kind of a control freak and I don't think I want to work with other people. And I looked at him and I said, you have a full head of hair right now, but that attitude, my friend, is going to make you bald really quick. The truth is nobody gets where they want by themselves. And some of the most miserable people that I know, specifically chiros, are the ones who practice all alone. Maybe they have an admin, but the business relies on them. When they go on vacation, they're not really on vacation because they're not making any money, and so they pay for it 2, 3, 4 times. And so if I'm here to tell you anything, it's not how to be a better adjuster or how to run another marketing campaign. It's to tell all of you that the deepest secret of owning any business, but specifically as a chiro, is that you can only grow with people. And the reality is, it isn't about them, it's about you. And so in this episode, in this podcast, in this YouTube video, what I'm going to sit here and talk to you about is the real deeper-seated fear. And the truth is, I remember being there. Specifically, when I opened my practice, I always thought I wanted to lead a team, but the thing that I struggled with was what happens when I get it wrong? What happens when I can't execute the way I was supposed to? Even more specifically, as I was growing the business, the thing that I really struggled with early on was my ability to do marketing at a high level. So I was pretty good with patient communication. I was really good with clinical care, and I had an admin at the time, and I was good at managing that. But the reality was, in order for me to really grow, I was going to have to figure more marketing out so we had more money and more patients to come into the door. And so the thing that I hesitated on was hiring another associate, because what if they came in and they saw how bad I was at marketing? And so that reality that I think through now, a decade later, is the same reality that many chiropractors face. Now, it might not be marketing for you. It might be leadership. It might be that your standards aren't exactly what they need to be. It might be that you're not really good financially. And what if I bring someone else into this and they see the truth? And so the fact of the matter is, we all have to figure this piece out, because it's 2026. I get it, but we don't have AI robots yet that can do the work for us and treat patients. And so for any of you who want to make more money, who want to actually go on vacation and not have the business own them while they're on vacation, and actually want to build a practice and a business that thrives in your community, the only way to do that is to lead people forward. Now, I'm lucky. I naturally always wanted to lead people. I like it. I think it's one of the most noble things that you can do, to be able to have someone on your team and to help them grow. And I hope after this episode, maybe it'll help shift something in your mind, help you understand that you might not have to be perfect, but that the only path forward is this. Let's talk specifically about a chiro now who is growing the business, whose schedule is pretty full, and we really know needs to hire an associate. The first thing I will tell you is, after doing this with over 400 chiropractors, that the There's only one reason why a chiropractor or PT struggles to hire another chiropractor or PT. And that reason has nothing to do with the marketplace. That reason has 100% to do with the chiro. The chiropractic business owner that focuses on actually recruitment, hiring, and leading people forward is going to be able to recruit. I understand you might not be in a place where people want to live. You might be in a small town. Maybe you're in a big town. You might be in a middle of nowhere place. You might be in a high cost of living area. All those things are real and facts. Listen, I live in New Jersey. It is not cheap here. My chiropractors none of them are from New Jersey. But the reason they're here is because they believe that their life could be better, even though this might not be the place they would envision them being. And I want to challenge all of you who are here to think through that. What is it that you do uniquely? What is it that's special about you? Because everyone has a special gift. And I'm here to challenge you to find that gift so that people want to find you and you can work hard and struggle with them. You see, I think the biggest thing about leading people forward and hiring a team is the biggest fear is being exposed. But the fact of the matter is, people are going to respond when you tell them the truth. When you tell them all the things that you are honestly not great at, and here are the things you keep you up at night and some of the things that you're struggling with. But then the best leaders in the world are ones that have courage, the ones that are afraid and do have flaws. But in the moment that they have those, they choose to do it anyway. You see, we think that before we build a team or hire people that we have to be perfect. In fact, if you're waiting for that, you know what's going to happen. You're never going to build the business you want. You don't need to be perfect, nor will you ever be perfect. So the illusion of having it all figured out, having the right systems, is really just a surface level concern that is hiding that deeper seated fear. If you're listening to this, you might think, yeah, but Justin, I don't have the money to hire. And what I would tell you is, honestly, if you don't have the money to hire, there's something structurally in your business that's the problem. If your schedule is more than 60% full, if you're seeing more than 20 hours of patients and you don't have enough profit to hire another chiro, there's something broken in your model. I can help you with that in my coaching program, but that's not the topic of the conversation today, but that's the truth. If you have a schedule that is 60, 70% full, that doesn't have the profit to hire, we have a different set of problems. And for some of you, even if you don't, you still need to do it anyway. Because the only way to make more money is to go in and take on a risk. I think the biggest thing that people think through is they have to have all the money today. But the reality is when we hire an associate, let's just say you're on a contract with someone for 3 months. It is a month-to-month agreement. You aren't paying them all up front. They need to produce and you need to be able to produce. And so I think that taking the fear away from like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. How can I even get to that step? If we break it down in chunks, magically things are changing. But again, logistics aside, the biggest issue is not that you don't have the money. The issue is that the money hides the fact that you don't want to do it anyway. But again, I'm going to say this 100 times, the business and life you want are on the other side of you making that hard decision. And so the next thing I want to talk about is what I've mentioned a few times here is about the fear. I don't think that you will ever be less fearful. I don't think that not having fear is the prerequisite to grow yourself or your business. What I think is that we need to turn fear of being exposed and fear of leading people and fear of growth into courage. And so what is courage? Courage is being scared and doing it anyway. Said differently, fear is peeing down your leg. Courage is peeing down your leg and doing it anyway. And so I'm not asking all of you to not be scared of what could happen, not being scared of taking on payroll and having someone's livelihood in your hands, of leading a team forward, of being exposed. I'm not telling you not to be scared of that. What I'm telling you to do is to have courage, to address it, to understand it, to look at it, to look between the eyes and say, yeah, I am worried and scared about this, but I'm going to choose to do it anyway. And so as we talk about leadership and we talk about hiring and growing, and we talk about the business and life that you want, we will have to overcome that level of fear and turn that fear into courage. And so if you've listened to this and you're still hesitating to either hire the chiro or build the team, here's what I want you to know. I want you to know that you'll never feel ready. Just like when a patient walks in your door and they've had this nagging back pain for 2 years and they say, oh, I can live with it. I'm here to tell you, you're doing the same thing. You can't just live with it. You and I both know in your town, there are many, many chiros, and who deep down you look at and they have regret that they've been doing it 20, 30 years. And for the whole time it's been them. And yeah, life is fine. But I mean, if they're not there at 9 a.m., if they get sick or get hurt or get injured, if they want to go away, if their kids have sports, that business closes down. And if you're listening to this and you're under the age of 40 and you have a young family or want to start a family, you and I both know that what I just described is not the life that you want. It is not the outcome that you're looking for. And in order to get the outcome in life that you want, we're going to have to make some hard decisions and hard choices. That is just the fact. And so hopefully here, I cordially invite you to address some of those fears and to look at it and say, I get it, and I understand you might going to feel exposed. I also want to recognize that it isn't that nobody wants to work. I am living proof. We have 25 employees in 4 different countries, and they all want to work, and they're all absolutely incredible. There are people, I promise you, that want to work. And even if you don't think you're the leader that you want to be always and you're not ready yet, I promise you, you can be and you are. And it's a work in progress. And so I invite you to think, what life could look like if? What could my life actually be? When I started this process and went to chiro school, what did I think life should be? And maybe you're there and said, life is kind of how I thought it would be. I thought that I would open up a practice and I would see patients 25 hours a week and that would be my life. And if that's you, good, and you've achieved that, amazing. But what else do you want? I know you want more. It might be more money freedom. It might be more time freedom. It might be freedom to change your practice. It might be freedom to take a vacation and not have your whole business shut down. It might be to actually own a business and not have your business own you. What else? I know there's more out there for you. I do. And so if you listen to this or watch this and anything resonated with you, we're having a live event in September in New Jersey, and there's never been a better time. And I get it. It's probably not the right time. Things are crazy and life will settle down and maybe the next one. But you know this. Your patients walk in and say, I've had back pain for 10 years, but I can let it go a little longer. And then you tell them, yeah, but if you wait a little longer, is it going to get any better? And they know it's not. And this business thing and this life thing, you can't get those days back. And so we're having this event in September. And if any of this resonated with you and you've kind of been saying one day maybe, or maybe when I get this, then I'll do that. Maybe today's the day. So if you're interested, just go to the show notes, click the link, schedule a call with our team. Maybe it's the first step to changing your business and changing your life. And hopefully I see you in September.